My dear sweet girl, last night I tucked you in, kissed you goodnight, declared my love for you, and left your room. I hadn't gotten more than 10 feet away when I heard you sobbing and calling out for me. I rushed back to you, and you told me for the third night in a row that you were scared of the monster. I pulled out the magic homemade monster spray, and I sprayed it on your pillow. That was all it took to calm you. We cuddled for a while. I talked of princesses and unicorns. You fell asleep, and I sat there sobbing. You see, my sweet girl, I am more afraid of the monster than you are. I know what a monster can really do and how much hurt and fear he can actually cause. I know this because I grew up with one. When I was 3 years old, the monster held me over a railing by my feet, upside down. He had been drinking all day and was yelling at my mother, telling her he was about to let go and send me falling down to the floor 12 feet below. Fortunately for me, he changed his mind that day. My father drank every day. Sometimes he drank until he was merry, almost funny. Other days he drank until he was a dark, terrifying, abusive monster. One evening, the monster started drinking during bath time. I was certain he had forgotten that my younger sister and I were in the bath. She pooped in the tub. I knew this would lead to me getting a beating, and I was petrified for the both of us. She was 2 years old, just a baby. I was the older one, the responsible one. I was a whole 6 years old. I scooped the poop from the tub with my bare hands and was about to put it in the toilet when the monster came crashing through the door. He saw me stood there, naked and dripping wet, with poop in my hands. His eyes flashed with hatred, and his expression was full of disgust. He didn't say anything. He didn't have to. His fist did all the talking for him. One night, I awoke to muffled screams. Someone was calling my name and screaming for help. I rubbed my eyes, checked on my sister, and realized it was my mum. Rushing to her bedroom, I opened the door. There she was, thrashing around with the monster on top of her, holding a pillow over her face. I knew I had to get help. I ran down the stairs and reached for the handset, and as I did, the monster picked me up by the back of my hair. He threw me across the room like a piece of trash. The beating came hard that night, and at 7 years of age, I started to believe that I deserved it. As a child, believing that a parent hates you is distressing. Knowing by their actions that a parent hates you is heartbreaking. Even in a sober haze, the monster was never remorseful for his actions. By age 10, my sole objective was to protect your auntie from this monster. As he sat on the stairs one sunny afternoon, lining up and polishing his knife collection, he asked us both to pick one. I asked him what we were using them for. With depravity in his eyes and menace in his voice, he simply replied, "You will see." That afternoon was the most terrifying of my life. I was so sure he was about to do the unthinkable, and I was about to do whatever I could to keep your aunt and I alive. He walked us into a wooded area. I held my sister's hand as tight as I could as he ordered us to stop. I looked around. Could we make a run for it? She was so young, I didn't think she could run that fast. As he circled around us, sipping from his hip flask, I gave up. There was nothing my 10-year-old self could do to save us. No one could save us. I have no idea what changed the monster's mind that afternoon or why he didn't kill us. The monster continued to terrorize us over the years. Many arrests would follow. Eventually, the booze got the better of him, and the monster would be erased from my waking life completely, but never my dreams. As you lie sleeping, dreaming of the beautiful unicorns and princesses, my darling girl, I know that the only monster you will ever fear is the one that you are convinced is under your bed. The one that I can erase with a puff of monster spray and talk of sparkles and magic. You will never know of the monster that I knew growing up. I will make sure of that.